I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL. Baby, it's cold outside. We're stuck in crimbo limbo, and I think we need something to cheer us up. So, how about my top 10 niche fragrances for winter? Stay tuned. It's that time of year. Christmas has been and gone. Nobody knows what day of the week it is. Should we still be watching Christmas movies? Is it okay to still eat those mince pies? We can't even start preparing for New Year festivities because it's all so uncertain. But one thing that is for certain, we still need some incredible winter fragrances to wear. And actually, now more than ever, we need a few things to cheer us up. So I've put together my list of 10 excellent fragrances that I love to wear when things cool down a bit. This list is not in any particular order, just 10 incredible fragrances for winter. So now we've broken the ice, let's dive in. I am starting off the list with an oud fragrance that is so great, Initio struggled to name it. Oud for greatness. With this, I get a clashing of warm and cool spices, which I think is why I find it so interesting and so addictive. It's rich, it's a little bit creamy, but there's also a dryness to it. This is one of the few fragrances that my wife has gone out of her way to compliment me on. That very rarely happens, but she really enjoys this one. It smells luxury, it smells expensive, it's got fantastic performance, it gets me compliments. Need I say more? For all these reasons, this just works really well for me, and this very attractive bottle is just the icing on the cake of greatness. For me, this is the most interesting of a great lineup from the brand Argos Fragrances. Don't forget to leave your witty comments about the UK catalogue store down below, but they definitely do not sell this fragrance. It's Brivido Della Caccia. If you're just starting out in niche fragrances, I'd possibly recommend trying others from the brand first. I think Argos Pour Homme and Triumph of Bacchus are definitely more accessible than this one. I think they're a bit more mass appealing. But if you're looking to grab attention and make a statement, then Brivido Della Caccia is the one for me. This is a rich, creamy, woody, slightly smoky scent. Big notes of leather and birchwood, just beautifully rounded out with some amber and tonka bean. This is a commanding and assertive fragrance. So if you want a scent that announces your arrival, that dominates a room, takes no prisoners, then this one will do the job. I think it's a superb scent. It's my personal favourite from the house. If you'd like to try this, I will leave a link in the description for you. Going along the same lines with this next one, this is a strong statement-making fragrance from Amouage. It's Interlude Man Black Iris. For me, this has the strength and potency of the original Interlude, but it's a more rounded, easygoing version of that profile. It's got this really nice, earthy orris and a very pleasing, well-worn leather type of smell, and it's still got the sweet smoky wood scent of the original Interlude, although it is easier to wear than that one, but it's still rich and dark and complex, so I think this just works really well in the cooler temperatures. That being said, you could still wear this in warmer temperatures if that's your thing. I'd just say use it a little more sparingly. I just love this. It's strong, refined, and very classy. Earlier this year, Buck from Big Beard Business brought out a fragrance line with Navitus Parfums called the Enamoured Collection, and this is the one I'm most enamoured with. It is Exalt Nuit. So, I love chocolate. I love tobacco, so it comes as no surprise that I enjoy this fragrance so much. In fact, there are two types of tobacco in this fragrance. Buck has doubled down on the tobacco. There is Bulgarian and South African. Don't really know what that means, but two different types of tobacco, so that's better than one, isn't it? There are also some other supporting notes in here, but for me, it's all about this chocolate and tobacco. That's the heart of the fragrance, and I love it for that. So it's a rich, deep, sensual type of scent that I enjoy wearing as a formal fragrance or in a dating situation. I could even wear this on a date with myself at home. I could just sit there on my own, alone, just enjoying this fragrance, and I find it really relaxing. But if you want to go out there and impress other people with your scent, then I think it absolutely works for that too. If you love tobacco, like me, I think you'll really love Exalt Nuit. Again, link is in the description. Time for a coffee break, because next is Habana 500 from Renier Perfumes. I love how unique this fragrance is. It opens with notes of fruit, coffee, and salty marine air. So you see those notes on paper and you would not think that they would complement each other, but somehow they really do. They just seamlessly seem to blend in to one another in this very smooth way. And I also pick up on this sweet, woody, balsamic smell, even to the point where I start getting a bit of a chocolatey nuance, and it makes me think of rich, dark chocolate melting in a pan. In fact, that's it. It makes me think of dipping fresh fruit into a hot chocolate fondue. Delicious. So if that's your thing, definitely try this. The next one I'm whiffing is definitely the best named fragrance of 2020. From Imaginary Authors, it's a whiff of waffle cone. As you would expect, this is a sweet, creamy sort of fragrance, and it has that trademark fun Imaginary Authors DNA. It makes me think of butterscotch ice cream in a waffle cone. So it's sweet, but it's never sickly sweet because it's got some darker notes that really give it some backbone and some depth, and it's got this gorgeous sort of burnt brown sugar type of smell. If you like sweet fragrances, you'll definitely like this fragrance. If you're not already convinced, I just want to say 3 things. Vanilla, heavy cream, salted caramel. I know, right? All right, we're staying sweet and slightly gourmand with this next fragrance because I'm talking about Ambre Platine from Lorga Parfums. I describe this one as a sweet, spicy, slightly peppery amber fragrance. It's not a rich, deep take on an amber because it's got this bright airiness about it. It makes me think of walking into a gorgeous bakery where you can smell all the fresh pastries and perhaps some caramel desserts, because there's a gorgeous caramel note in this. So this is a delicately blended gourmand style fragrance. It projects really well, but it never dominates. It's got this refined, classy French style about it. My family loved this one. I put this one on and they all gave me some unsolicited compliments. So if you like sweet fragrances that are addictive and might get you some positive comments, I would recommend trying Ambre Platine. It's hard to get through an autumn list or a winter list without including a Parfums de Marly's fragrance. Too hard, in fact. I couldn't do it. So here we have Herod. Tobacco, vanilla and incense are key components of this fragrance, but I also get a sort of coconut accord from it as well, and it makes me think of those warm coconut macaroons you get on the winter markets at this time of year, so it all just ties in with winter really nicely. As with a lot of PDM fragrances, this is very mass appealing, but it's rich and luxurious. So for me, Herod is just a real winter warmer. I love it. And here's a tip: if you're going out in the winter and you're wearing a scarf, make sure you spray some of this on your scarf and it will give you all those warm and cozy feels that you need at this time of year. Another warm and cozy scent, but this one adds a bit of booze, so it makes it perfect for an evening winter fragrance. From Kilian, Black Phantom. Okay, here we go. Coffee, rum, vanilla, caramel, chocolate. Packed full of all that sweet, good stuff. Black Phantom is this sexy, alluring fragrance. Yes, it's got the richness and the sweetness, but there's something more than that. It's a little bit cheeky. There's a bit of a mischievous streak running through this one. It has an edge, which to me just seems to elevate it above being a cozy, sweet fragrance. For those reasons, I think it works really well as a fun, classy winter fragrance. Could be for a formal occasion, could be for a date night, but if you like sweet things and you like to have fun, get some Black Phantom up your nostrils. On to the last one, and this is the fragrance that I chose to wear on Christmas Day this year. I love it that much. It's a long overdue addition to my collection, but I finally have it. From Xerjoff, it's Naxos. Naxos is a stunning, sweet cherry tobacco and honey fragrance, but it also has this energy and this brightness to it. I think this lift may be coming from lavender and citrus, and despite having citrus, it never goes into freshy territory, even though I think it could work in warmer temperatures. But for me, this is a sweet, addictive, very classy fragrance that I love to wear in the winter. So I wore this on Christmas Day, which was a very, very special family time for me. So now I guess Naxos will always remind me of that lovely day. I just love this stuff so much. So glad to finally have a bottle of it, but something tells me it won't be my last. Okay, so there are 10 absolutely stunning niche fragrances that I'll be wearing through this winter. I love them all so much, I just could not rate them from 10 to 1. There was just no way I could do it. So just 10 fantastic winter fragrances. Let me know what your favourite niche fragrances for winter are, and do you agree with my selections here? If not, then please let me know why. I would love to hear why your opinion may differ to mine. That's what makes this FRAG-Com so interesting, is that we can all have such different opinions, but as long as we all respect each other's opinions, that's the main thing, isn't it? So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this list. I hope you found it useful. I hope you're having a great winter. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's always appreciated. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay warm.